What is going on, everybody? What is going on? The catch. Fam, I hope everyone out there is having a great night. I hope you guys have had literally the best Monday of your life. Hope everyone's doing fantastic. Hope you guys are ready for a live 2024 fantasy football draft here at the catch. We're hopping into an underdog draft tonight, per usual. The Puppy 2 still open here, so if you guys do want to draft with me, be sure to enter the 30 seconds per pick lobby, and you should be able to get in with me. Hopefully, these fill pretty quickly. So I'm trying to check the fill rate here, 86.1. So we'll see. Okay, I'm not wasting any time. One spot open. Oh, come on. Okay, hopefully that was one of you guys. But yeah, hope you guys are doing great. And we're going to have some fun tonight. We're going to talk some fantasy football. I'll probably run a second one. So if you guys didn't get in on the first one, don't worry. Don't worry. Should be able to get you guys in on the second one as well. So let me know how you guys are doing. Hit the like button and let's throw together some squads. Let's do it. Zero running back approach tonight. Okay. So I was a little nervous that I might get, maybe like the 1.8, 1.7 and be in a position where I would be drafting and feel obligated to go with a guy like Bijan Robinson or Breece Hall. Maybe get the 1.1 and have to not draft CMC. But looks like things should work out here. We're in that kind of area where you can go JJ, Chase, Amon-Ra, St. Brown, whoever you want. And yeah, I'm going to go pretty drastic with this first draft in terms of going zero running back. We're going to see what happens. I'm excited. And maybe the next draft I won't go as intense, but we'll see. We'll see. All right. Man, I've gotten the 1.4 like so many drafts so far that I have so much exposure to Chase, Amon-Ra, and JJ that I just kind of switch it up every draft. So I'll go Amon-Ra here, but I mean, we've talked about this a ton throughout the offseason. Like, I'm fine with any of those guys right there, and we've kind of seen the ADP of those three move back and forth throughout the offseason. So I don't know. It doesn't matter. I don't think there's anyone that you have to drastically take at the 1.4 over the other one. But I have plenty of shares of JJ, plenty of shares of Amon-Ra, plenty of shares of Jamar Chase as well. All right, J-Dub's in the house. Good to see you. What's up? What's up? Like I said, I'll probably run a second draft. So if you guys didn't get in on the first, should be able to hop into a second one as well. So, all right. First round, we pretty much know what's going to happen here, right? But moving along to picks 21 and 28, I'm going to go double wide receiver there. I guess there's a chance. Nah, I don't think I'm going to go quarterback or tight end. Like, maybe, but Josh Allen's ADP is 37.3, so he'd be a little bit against the grain there. And Laportis is 34.9. Kelsey 38.8, so I'd rather just go wide receiver. I am kind of interested at pick 45, though. I got 45 and 52. I'd like to get Kincaid's ADP is 52.8, but you just never really know when he's going to go. In terms of quarterbacks, if I go kind of early I might go early QB as well. We'll see. We'll see. But 21, 28, I think I'm going double wide receiver there. So we're going to be right in that range, like Debo, Mike Evans, Malik Neighbors, Devonta Smith, DK Metcalf, DJ Moore. Probably have our selection of two of those guys. I don't think there's anyone that I would really reach for. I mean, I like Pittman a lot. Still like Zay Flowers and Tank Dell, but Cup's right there too. I'd probably take all those guys that were already listed before them, though. All right, so a little bit of a heavy wide receiver first round. A.J. Brown, Puka Nacua, Garrett Wilson, Marvin Harrison. Gone into the second, we see Drake London, JT, and Jahmyr Gibbs all off of the board. So once again, see, I kind of want to go earlier on quarterback, but I'm just not really in a position. What is it? Hurts goes at 40.4. If I could get Hurts at 45, I like that a lot. Maybe I go Mahomes at pick 45. When does... So we pick 52. So Hollywood goes at pick 50. Then we pick 69. Nice. Rashee Rice goes at 72. Oh, no, we'll come back to it. I like to get Chris Olave here, but he'll probably get sniped because it's usually how things go for me. I don't really feel like there's anyone better on the board. Plus, I don't think the guy at the 1.5 is drafting. I think he's just like auto picking. So, Albert in the chat, what's up, man? Good to see you. So yeah, he's gonna get Olave, but Olave shouldn't really even be there based on ADP, anyways. Adams, Debo, Evans, man, all these guys are fine. I'll go Debo just in case we get in a position where we need to go late round quarterback and like actually get a late round quarterback that I like versus going with Aiden O'Connell or Gardner Minshew. But Devonta Smith a little bit against ADP. Smith was actually who I prefer at this next pick. At this point, I prefer Mike Evans, but I very highly doubt he's going to fall out to pick 28. So I'd be happy with DJ Moore. There goes Evans. There goes Metcalf. Yeah, I like DJ Moore the most on the board right now. Like him over Neighbors. Still like him over Diggs. Like him over Cup. There goes Neighbors. We've got a couple of running backs here with A-Chain, Kyron, and Derrick Henry. Nice. Jalen Hurts gone. So 1.3 goes with the Eagles stack there. All right, I'll go DJ Moore. And I'm just going to kind of sit back and see what happens here. Because I feel like the Jalen Hurts pick there kind of throws things off a little bit, potentially at quarterback. Like, CJ Stroud's kind of the other guy here, and I don't think I'm going to be in position to draft any Texans wide receivers. So there goes Diggs. Collins went at 2.6. And Tank Dell's not going to fall out to pick 45. So really the most likely stack is looking like Mahomes and Hollywood, which I'm okay with. I've already done that once this year. There goes Cup. Okay, so then at pick 69. Where's Rashee Rice? Xavier Worthy's ADP 61. Rashee Rice has fallen down to 72.2. Right next to Deontay Johnson and Christian Watson. I just love those three guys where they're going. And tight end. I do want to go like kind of early-ish tight end. Maybe Evan Ingram or George Kittle. If I get one of those guys. I mean, Ingram is 78.6. I don't know if we're going to get Kittle. Ferguson is 85. We'll see. Early-ish tight end. Not exactly early tight end. Originally, I was going to go like 2 early quarterbacks, but now I'm thinking Brock Purdy might be in our plans. We'll find out. All right, there goes Higgins and Kirk. Pittman. So top available players are Laporta, Josh Allen, Travis Kelce, Amari Cooper, Travis Etienne, Lamar Jackson, Trey McBride. So interesting mix right here. I would probably say I prefer Amari Cooper right now, but with the potential to stack, I'd probably go Hollywood. There goes Laporta, first tight end gone. I don't know if Josh Allen is there at 45. There goes Lamar. I might be tempted to go Josh Allen, like be the QB3 gone in this draft. Goes ETN. Problem with Allen is I don't really like, and okay, there goes Josh Allen, but I don't really see a huge potential for stacking unless we go like with like those late round guys like Shakir, Curtis Samuel. I don't even know off the top of my head where Keon Coleman goes. I don't know. I think one share of Keon Coleman. So he goes right after Christian Watson, in between Watson, JSN, Jameson Williams. I guess that's fair. Yeah, Kirk is gone. J-Dubs. So, yeah, this is tough. I like Kelce. I mean, not Kelce. I'm sorry. I like Cooper here. But I want to take Mahomes. Because now the question is, does Hollywood fall out or not? If Hollywood doesn't fall, then it's like, do I reach for Xavier Worthy? Now, see, like with Kincaid on the board, that was the other thing with Allen almost sliding there is like, I probably would have gone Kincaid at pick 52, which his ADP is 52.8. So nothing too crazy there. But it's interesting because both, the teams behind me outside of the 1.1 are all pretty wide receiver heavy. Dang. See, that makes the Mahomes pick not as exciting. There goes Kincaid, too. Let's go Keenan Allen, Jaden Reed, Calvin Ridley. I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to go Xavier Worthy and then go Rashee Rice with my next pick. J-Dub's like Keenan Allen there. I know. What a snipe. And, I mean, that's just good, like, correlation there going Pacheco and Hollywood. It makes me feel better that Kincaid's gone. But, man. Go Chiefs. Yeah, I mean, I guess your point of going Bears would make sense, going Keenan Allen there, already having DJ Moore. I almost went CJ Stroud. I almost went double quarterback, which I don't truthfully know if I've done that like at all this offseason. But I think I'd like to get Purdy as my QB2. Stack him with Debo and call it a day. Then maybe like Ricky Pearsall could be in our plans. His ADP is 139. So we'll see. But okay, I'm going to go wide receiver, tight end, and I'm going to see what happens at running back. I'm excited. I'm scared. I'm excited. We'll see what happens. All right, so round 5 over, into round 6 we go. Yeah, that would suck if I got sniped again, J-Dubs. The other guy I like here is George Kittle if he falls, which is possible. Top available players are Rashad White, Rome Odunze, Kenneth Walker, George Kittle, Jordan Addison, Ladd McConkey, DeAndre Hopkins. So I don't know. I mean, if all these, I mean, you got a team here, Sam Laporta, you got a team with Kelsey and Andrews. So that really leaves these 3 teams more than likely. If anyone's going to take them. But then the question is, does Rashee Rice fall to 76? It just makes things a lot more risky. But there are other wide receivers that I really like right there. Deontay Johnson, Christian Watson being the main 2 guys. Okay, there goes Kittle. So, all right. It's like, okay, never mind. Never mind. There goes Watson a little bit against ADP. Player who I do think his ADP is going to be very different come the end of next month. Might be close to this area still, though. All right, so I'm probably going to go Rashee Rice right here. Unless, well, this guy's not even drafting. So he's going to get Kenneth Walker. I hate when there's an auto pick team just because it takes so much longer for their selection to go. It goes the full 30 seconds. All right, go Chiefs. I still am mad at Dehydrated Raider. Is that what his name stands for? The 1.1 for taking Hollywood from us. Yeah, so I'm tempted to go Deontay Johnson with this next pick if he's there, J-Dubs. I really am. It's either him or Evan Ingram or Jake Ferguson. My running backs are going to be so bad. I'm so excited for it. Then Pearsall's ADP is 139. Might have to draft him right here. Goes D-Hop. Unless he falls out to 141. I don't know if Deontay's going to fall. But if he does, it's just really tough to pass on him right there. I don't think there's a wide receiver I'd put. I like J-Mo. I like Cortland Sutton. I do like JSN. Keon Coleman's interesting. But yeah, there goes Deontay. So, I mean, yeah, I'm going to go Evan Ingram here. So, Mahomes, Amon-Ra, Debo, DJ Moore, Xavier Worthy, Rashee Rice, Evan Ingram. It means you might draft Ray Davis tonight. I might. I might. Man, this would be a perfect draft in terms of our strategy right now if Hollywood didn't get sniped. I don't know. Maybe Xavier Worthy's the guy. I just like Hollywood a lot more. All right, so picks 93, 100. See, I don't know if I'm going to get Purdy. I might just give up on the Purdy. I might go T-Law instead. He's a little bit cheaper. Like we can maybe get T-Law at pick 118. Maybe Purdy falls. You never know. But yeah, we're probably going to go running back with these next 2 picks. Because I don't think Jake Ferguson's going to fall. There's just... Yeah, I'm going to go running back with these next 2 picks. Trying to see a tight end, like... I feel like Dalton Schultz's ADP has fallen back a little bit. I'd be like really happy with Dalton Schultz as my tight end 2 here. But I have to take him at like pick 124 unless he falls out to 141. I don't know. But okay, we went 7 rounds without a running back. We have a quarterback. We have a tight end. And we have 5 wide receivers. Yeah. Amon-Ra, Debo, DJ Moore, Xavier Worthy, Rashee Rice. We'll see. Kyler Murray is available. Joe Burrow's available. Jake Ferguson. Kyler's gone. And into the 8th round we go. So we got picks 93 and 100. So, oh gosh. There goes Zamir White. I don't know, man. I might just let Mahomes and Ingram carry us at quarterback and tight end. I might go running back with these next 4 picks. Because let's see. After pick 124 is where that drop off typically happens. Zeke. So Austin Eckler, Zeke, and Ford are all around pick 127. And yeah, I don't know. I think it makes more sense to go running back over potentially stacking Purdy with 1 wide receiver or T-Law with 1 tight end. The only player that would be tough for me to pass on at this next pick would be Courtland Sutton. But we just don't need him. So there's Brock Bowers, Curtis Samuel. Wait. If I get DeAndre Swift here, I'm going to be so happy. But this is the auto pick team. I don't know if it's going to give him Joe Burrow or... Yeah, I think it'll give him Burrow, which is funny because he has Chase. Okay. I was about to say, you know what? No, my luck, it'll give him Swift for some reason. I mean, you guys know I'm hype with DeAndre Swift as my RB1. And I passed on my boy Courtland Sutton there. Seven rounds with no running backs. Definitely 0 running back. Jacobs says proof that auto picking can be viable. Yeah, I mean, that team's not that, like, bad. It just has 2 tight ends. Other than that, it's interesting. All right, Dak Prescott's gone. Like I said, Courtland Sutton's the only guy making me want to pick a non-running back here. But I'm not going to do it. So looking at James Conner, Tony Pollard, Trey Benson, Javonte Williams, Devin Singletary. I really like Courtland Sutton. It's going to be James Conner. I was going to run out of time. Dude, I'm kind of liking this. This is making me want to do an auto pick team. I was really close to going Courtland Sutton there. I didn't think he was going to be there, or else I would have tried to figure this out, because it's like, okay, we go Connor here, then in theory at 117, We can get Blake Corum, Gus Edwards, and in theory at 124, get Eckler, Zeke, or Ford. So I was trying to figure out, like at 141, I want to see a Pearsall fall. So at 148, like there's just nobody that I like. And we're looking at RB4 territory now. So yeah, I was really close to going Sutton there. You know, having Rashee Rice on this team, like I think that would have been huge if he does miss enough time, but we'll go Connor. I mean, who would you guys go with there? Connor or Pollard? Benson, Javonte? I'm like super stoked I got DeAndre Swift. I did not think that was going to happen. So if I got Pollard, like maybe Tajay Spears falls out to 117, but probably not. What's the score of the hockey game, by the way? End of the second, Panthers up by 1. Okay. Keep an eye on that. Yeah, see, if I go Purdy or T-Law, like I have to do it at 117. Top available quarterbacks are Caleb Williams, Brock Purdy, Trevor Lawrence, Tua, then Goff. And I like if we go Goff, we have to give him at 124. We have Amon-Ra on this team. I think with this build, you get the best available late round quarterback and tight end possible. Schultz is really intriguing though, but I think you got to go running back with these next 2 picks. All right, into the 10th round we go. Javonte Williams is gone. I prefer Brian Robinson Jr., but he's not going to be here. Yeah, there's going to be an onslaught of running backs the next 2 rounds. Singletary's gone. Brian Robinson's gone. This is like a point in the draft where wide receiver starts to get pretty weak. So you have a lot less interest at the position. Still good value quarterbacks, good value tight ends, but running backs getting really thin. All right, there goes Purdy, so we wouldn't have got Purdy in this draft anyways. I was kind of hoping Blake Corum would fall. We're probably looking at Gus the Bus with this next pick. I'm okay with Chase Brown. It would be interesting. Okay, there goes Tajay Spears, which is a good move by David Dansdorf to lock up Pollard and Spears. Because that was going to be my theory. If I went, Pollard over Connor, could I get Spears right there? But and Gus the Bus it is. I have a lot of shares of Gus Edwards. All right, so top available players: A.D. Mitchell, Trevor Lawrence, Brandon Cooks, Chase Brown, Dontavion Wicks, Tua Time, Jerry Jeudy, Jared Goff. So yeah, we're probably looking at Austin Eckler, Zeke, or Jerome Ford, hopefully, because I prefer those 3 guys over Charbs. I like Charbonnet though. But I definitely prefer that tier over Charbs, Kendre Miller, Nick Chubb, and Rico Doodle. So I kind of like Austin Eckler right here. At least it feels like there's some upside. I don't really dislike Zeke at this point, though. And I like Jerome Ford. I mean, there goes Austin Eckler. I'm going to go Jerome Ford. Fine with either guy, but I'm going to go Ford because I think we can lock up, I understand Nick Chubb is a thing. There's a small chance Nick Chubb falls out to 141, which would be interesting. That's right where we're kind of looking at drafting Ricky Pearsall as well. But But yeah, I mean, there's a chance we can lock up Nick Chubb too, but there's a higher chance, excuse me, that we can go out and get Donta Foreman much later in this draft. So keep an eye on that. All right, I got all my late round running backs queued up here. See what happens. I don't really have any shares of Nick Chubb, so this would be like the first draft that I potentially draft him in. And I feel like a 0 RB strat that actually like makes a fair amount of sense. Okay. All right, picks 141, 148, 165, 172. So I'm definitely not reaching for any running backs the rest of this draft. It's just like if there's a guy there at his ADP, I'll take him. We got 4 running backs out of the way. We do need some wide receiver depth at this point. So pick 141, 148. I am eyeing wide receivers. But gosh, are they ugly. I don't know, 172, 189 could potentially get Demario Douglas and Demarcus Robinson. Now Robinson's ADP's moved up. Never mind. His ADP is at 180.5. But could potentially get Randall Robinson, then Douglas or Robinson. Demarcus Robinson, I guess I should specify. 2 Robinsons. Why is it that, like, every other day I see a report on Rashad Bateman? Chase, good to see you. What's up, man? Nice value on Ford. Thank you. Drafted him a little bit against ADP over Zeke. I'm okay with that. There goes Ricky Pearsall. He's gone. He's out of the plans. I prefer Jahan Dotson if he's here, but I will take Zach Charbonnet or Nick Chubb here as well. There goes Charbs. I was about to say, but there's also a chance that all 3 of those guys are drafted. There goes Herbert. I like Herbert in this range too. I'd feel happy about getting Nick Chubb right here, though. There goes Dotson. Top available players, Kendre Miller. Oh, see, I don't think this guy's auto-drafting anymore. I think he's back. Let's go Nick Chubb. Might be a wasted pick. Might pay off. I kind of like that for this team, though. Terry, what's going on, man? Tua, DK, Higgins, JT, Gibbs, and Njoku, A-Chain. Benches Monty, Swift, Pickens, Hawk, Herbert, Singletary, Ridley. Thoughts on this early drafted half PPR team? Let me reread that in just a second here after this next pick, because I actually don't know what I want to do with this pick. Maybe go tight end? Maybe go Hawkinson? Jeez, with Komet and Musgrave gone, I might actually do that. If I go quarterback, it's Cousins or Stafford. If I go wide receivers, just like, man, it's not that great. Well, it's been a pretty heavy wide receiver draft, but let's go Hawkinson. That's kind of I kind of like this team. This team's a little risky. I mean, outside of it being 0 running back, it's a little risky for the Bisky out here. Amon-Ra, Debo, DJ Moore, Mahomes, Xavier Worthy, Rashee Rice, Ingram, Swift, Connor, Edwards, Ford, Chubb, Hawk. So 165, we want to go wide receiver. See, that's the thing is, who's going to be my QB2? We just passed on Cousins and Stafford, which would have been nice. I don't know. Let's just sit back and see what happens. I have some different ideas here for what we can do. All right, so half PPR, Terry. What's up, Terry? Good to see you. I mean, Tua and Herbert, fine, good value, late round quarterbacks. I'm okay with that. So it's half PPR, DK, Higgins, Pickens, Ridley. So main thing I look for in half PPR when it comes to the wide receiver position is the ability to score touchdowns. DK, fine. Higgins, probably fine. I mean, Higgins is fine. I don't really care what team Higgins is on. He's going to be fine. Not crazy about Ridley, but he's your wide receiver 4. So that's fine. I like Pickens. No, you kind of get some upside there, so I like that. Wide receivers are fine, but I mean, really, you have a ton of upside at running back, which in half PPR I prefer. JT Gibbs, A-Chain, Monty, and Swift. I love that. Love that. And Njoku and Hawkinson, fine. So, yeah, this seems fine. I do think, like, you're a little lighter at wide receiver. You got Singletary hanging around running back, too. Running backs look great. Hawkinson, just don't forget, guys, Hawkinson is going to miss time. But having Njoku, you're good there. Good value on your quarterbacks. Yeah, team looks good. How do you feel about it? Terry also says Ford is a sleeper RB of the draft this season. Fellas, we got a lot of Jerome Ford shares over here, so I hope so. But I just think he's a great value at the end of the day. Just a really good value. Okay, so really, we just need, like, man, I like Chuba Hubbard for this draft too, but we need quarterback and wide receiver. I might just go like late round quarterback. Like, I'm talking like Geno Smith, Bryce Young type guys. Because we got Mahomes. I think we're gonna ride or die with Mahomes. By the way, guys, I will be running a second draft after this for anyone who does want to join. But yeah, I think I'm going back-to-back wide receivers here. We'll see. We'll see. So I think I go Bateman or Robinson at pick 165. And then, honestly, I'll probably reach for Demarcus Robinson. Unless the guy who has Stafford takes him right here. No, he goes Ray Davis. Sorry, J-Dubs. He had Cup. That honestly would have not been a bad pick. Unless he thinks maybe, he might be thinking he falls to 177, but he doesn't know that I love Demarcus Robinson, so. All right, Chuba Hubbard's gone. If Chuba was there, that does make things more difficult. I mean, Aaron Rodgers and Deshaun Watson are here. Baker's here. Watson's kind of interesting because we have those Browns running backs. I mean, we could have gone Cooper over. When could we have drafted Cooper? I don't remember. Oh, it would have been over Mahomes, so never mind. Ray Davis, truther appears. They're out there, bro. They're out there. I really like this team. Like, we just know what we have at running back. It's not fantastic, but we're led by DeAndre Swift, baby. Okay. Oh, why? Why did you take Geno from me, bro? What in the world? It's Rashad Bateman season. I don't care what anyone says. Rashad Bateman or Randall Robinson, who are you guys drafting? See, I actually want to know. Because really, for me, it's 50-50, right? It is like... Or would you reach for Demario Douglas right there? Could have potentially gone Aaron Rodgers and then Malachi Corley, which could have been interesting. Okay, I am still looking to add some more depth at running back. I'm actually really liking this squad. My QB2 situation might be ugly. We might. I should have gone Randall Robinson, then gone Daniel Jones late. That goes Watson. Watson was getting a little bit tempting to take. No, who is this guy? Who are you taking Demarcus Robinson from me? What an absolute jerk. Just absolutely disgusting human being right here. Completely uncalled for. Completely not cool. D-Mart? D33 Mart at the 1.3? Oh, well. I have plenty of shares of Demarcus Robinson. All right, 3 picks left. So, we're looking at the 189 in past range. So, if we go wide receiver, we're looking at like DJ Chark, Odell Beckham. That's about it for me. Unless I want to get really crazy and go like Kadarius Toney because we have Mahomes on this team. How many touchdowns? Toney had 1 touchdown last year. Yeah, I think I'm good. I forgot MVS is on the Bills. I guess I still like Tyler Boyd. But yeah, like kind of a weird spot here. I don't mind going with another tight end. Okay, we got some options. Thoughts on Drake London this year? Top 8 to 10 or higher or lower? I mean, when you kind of look at where he's going, like, I mean, you have about 12 players in front of him. And, I mean, just looking at this draft and then anywhere from 3 to 6 or 7 players in front of him. Well, I guess we're just looking at wide receivers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I mean, so really you have 8-ish players because sometimes Marvin Harrison Jr. would be swapped for London there. 8 to 9 players in front of him. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 players I would say you can argue could finish in front of him. Top 10, definitely reasonable. The touchdown upside, it has to be there, right? So definitely reasonable. Will it happen? And like higher or lower? I think 10 is appropriate. I'm going to say 10 is appropriate. Can he finish higher? Absolutely. But we'll just have to see what this offense ends up looking like for the Falcons. Man, I still don't have a QB2. I kind of wanted Will Levis to stack with Chig. How do you like Demario Douglas compared to other wide receivers in New England? I like him at his value. We kind of talked about this was that last night's stream? I don't remember. But Jalen Polk at 13.6. Like, I don't mind that value either. But especially since I've had a lot of these early selections, like Demario Douglas just keeps ending up being a player who I'm able to draft from his given ADP. So I just draft him? I like the upside of Douglas. I do think that there's definitely potential for Polk to be a little bit more consistent. We'll go Bryce Young here. I keep ending up with shares of Bryce Young. But yeah, I probably do like Polk more. I just like the ADP of Douglas more than Polk's ADP because it's a little bit cheaper. And those are really the only New England wide receivers I would draft. I think that KJ Osborne will actually have like a solid role with that team, but I'm just not overly like excited about it to the point like I want to draft him. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I don't know. I'm not overly excited about that offense in general. So we'll have to see. All right, this is really a free for all pick. I might go Derek Carr. What's his bye week? Week 12. Yeah, I might go Carr. How many wide receivers do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then go tight end with my last pick. I do feel like Carr is like a little undervalued. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not overly excited about Derek Carr or anything, but like compared to some of the other players here, like I don't think Carr is that bad of a pick. Shane, I'm probably gonna run a second draft. What's up, dude? Good to see you. So if you want to get in on the second one, I should be here. Yeah, so I could like not go tight end with this last pick, but if Hawkinson misses too much time, I mean, we still have Ingram here. He doesn't have a bye week until week 12. So, once again, I think another free for all pick. We go wide receiver. I'm good at quarterback. And then it's really like Jatavion Sanders. Throw him in there with Bryce Young. Or Mike Gesicki or Dawson Knox. I ended up not drafting another running back. We got Swift, Connor, Edwards, Ford, and Chubb. For a 0 RB build, I kind of like that. There's a lot of risk involved with that RB room, don't get me wrong, but that's what we knew we were walking into. But here's a team for anyone who's hopping in here. Here's our 0 RB team. Mahomes, Bryce Young, Derek Carr. I mean, we just, after we got Mahomes, we just said screw it at quarterback. Swift, Connor, Gus the Bus, Jerome Ford, and Nick Chubb. Chubb kind of fell to us. That was kind of nice. Amon-Ra St. Brown, Debo, DJ Moore. We kind of reached on Xavier Worthy because we got sniped. Wanted Hollywood Brown with that pick. You know, we knew we were going to stack either guy with Mahomes. Preferred Hollywood. He got selected slightly against ADP. Then we got Rashee Rice, Rashad Bateman, Demario Douglas, Evan Engram, and Hawkinson at tight end. So I like this team, actually. I think this team's actually kind of fun. We've kind of got upside at like every position except for running back, which I guess in the 0 RB draft is what you want, right? All right, guys, one round left, and as soon as I make this last selection, I will hop into another puppy draft. So if you guys do want to draft with me, just stick around for a couple more minutes here. And if you guys are new to Underdog, of course, promo code TheCatch, link down below, will get you a 50% first-time deposit match up to $250 on Underdog Fantasy. If you guys do want to draft and you are new to Underdog. But yeah, would love to get as many of you guys in the next draft as possible. Tennessee Vols win the college national championship. Gosh, I thought that game would have ended a while ago. All right, Greg Dortch is gone. I think that's the team that has Kyler. There you go. There you go. And Marvin Harrison. I'm going to do a Cardinals stack for this next team. Cats was good, my dude. We are in a puppy. And we're about to hop into a second puppy. So if you're off work, you're obligated to get in on this next draft. No excuse. All right. I really should. I was about to say I really should just draft Donta Foreman. Have every Browns running back on this team. Dang, I wanted Jatavion Sanders. Are you kidding me? I might just go wide receiver. I feel like Ingram can carry us. Like if he gets hurt, that sucks. But having Ingram and Hawkinson feels like it could really work out because Ingram's bye week is not till week 12. And Gesicki and Dawson Knox both have a week 12 bye week, so they're the only other tight ends I have queued up now. I kind of like Gerald Everett as like a late round guy. But yeah, I think I just go wide receiver here. DJ Chark, Odell Beckham, or Kadarius. I don't know why I have Kadarius Toney queued up. I can't. I was just reading that. I was like, oh my gosh. It's because we have Mahomes. I was looking for Chiefs players. Give me DJ Chark. Okay. That team is done. Get ready, ladies and gentlemen. I'm entering a puppy 2. There's 11 spots, 9 spots, 8 spots, 7 spots, 6 spots, 5 spots. Hop in the draft. I'm hoping all you guys got in. 3 spots, 2 spots, 1 spot, 0 spots. That was perfect. Cats is here. I don't recognize any other names. Tony in the queue is unserious. Yeah, I don't know how that happened. Let me know if any of you other guys are in here. It's like 2 like long. Oh, nice. Jason's the 12th spot. Let's go. What's up, Jason? I was wondering if Shane got in. But nice. We got 2 of you guys in here at least. Once again, I'm going 0 running back. And like, that's what I'm saying. I keep getting like these early. Oh, wait. I just had the 1.4. So annoying. But I'll take Tyreek Hill here. Shane says, I clicked the same time I didn't get in. Jeez, that's crazy. These just fill so quickly because literally when we entered, there was 11 spots. So when I entered, I was the first spot. Like, I don't know how much better that can get for our chances. But yeah, these are probably up to like 87, 88% fill rate now. And it's just the cheapest tournament right now. It's just filling super quickly. That's a bummer, dude. I'm drafting, but not with you. Because then we would have had 3 of us in here. Jason says hockey and drafting, not a bad Monday night. I've been trying to keep up with the score. I watched some of the first quarter, but Panthers up by 1. Keep me updated. But yeah, not a bad night at all. Shane, let us know how your team turns out. Keep us updated on your team at least. That's what I was saying at the beginning of the last draft. I keep getting these really early picks. But yeah, Tyreek Hill at the 1-4, I'm happy with for sure. So yeah, a little bit interesting start to the draft. CeeDee Lamb, C-Mac, Chase, Hill. JJ Bijan, AJ Brown, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Brees Hall, Puka Nacua. I like it. Switching it up. There goes Garrett Wilson. Jahmyr Gibbs gone. Into the second we go. Goes Drake London. So, yeah, like this is so weird because I just did a draft from the 1-4. So I'm like, I almost exactly know like who I'm kind of looking for at each selection. So, okay. But I'm going to try and draft a little bit different from what I just did. Shane is at the 112, got Puka and Gibbs. Nice, dude. I'd be really happy with that start from the 112. And then Jason gets Gibbs and Drake London in this draft at the 112. So yeah, I got Debo last draft at pick 21. I'd like Waddle. Get Hill and Waddle to start. Waddle's ADP is 20.4. It's possible. The worst thing that could happen is if JT or Barkley falls out, which JT won't, but Barkley, I've seen him fall out here before, and like I'm going 0 running back and I have to pass on him and just make me sick. Oh, good pick, Cats. Good pick. Ayuk is still available. I guess his ADP is 18.2, so nothing crazy. But I was gonna say the guy I'll probably go with is kind of like Evans, even at pick 21. Please draft Saquon Barkley. I'm not looking. I just want Barkley to be gone because it's gonna hurt my insides. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, I wasn't expecting Ayuk to be here, so I'll just draft Ayuk. Once again, Brandon Ayuk, T. Higgins. If Ayuk's with the Niners, good. If Higgins is with the Bengals, good. If they're not, I don't really care. I feel like both these guys are still going to be productive wherever they end up going, so I'll take Ayuk there. Oh, why not? Pick 28. I picked DJ Moore last draft. We'll just see who's there. Cats, I'm assuming you talked about the Ayuk trade stuff should cause a slight fall. Yeah, I didn't really talk about it. Like once again, I don't really like. Okay, like here's the latest report. Brandon Ayuk has been taking contract negotiations personal, is unhappy with the current offers from the San Francisco 49ers. Ayuk is the one who requested a meeting today and is comfortable playing elsewhere if the Niners are willing to trade him. So, yeah, I don't care if he gets traded is my thing. And a lot of people reacting to like the Brandon Ayuk, Jaden Daniels stuff, and it's like, well, they used to go to college together, and they're friends. So like, other than that, like, you know, like there really isn't any reason to believe. I'm gonna pick DJ Moore again here, but yeah, like the Ayuk to the Commanders would be fine with me, but like there really isn't any other reason to correlate him to the Commanders other than he's been hanging out with like an old college friend, you know. So I don't know, and like I guess that would make sense as a landing spot. Because isn't like Washington's ultra competitive right now, and I feel like the Niners don't want to trade Ayuk to like a team in the AFC that they might see in the Super Bowl, or I don't know off the top of my head what teams are going to be playing heavily this year, like what divisions. But I know, like, obviously, super competitive NFC teams, they're probably not going to want to trade Ayuk to, and they probably won't want to trade him within the same division as well. So, like, Washington makes some sense, but they have McLaurin and they have Dotson. But then I guess you can argue, like, is Dotson really like that guy? I mean, Dotson would probably play better if Ayuk is on this team and McLaurin's there too. So, like, I don't know. There are just people right now, like, straight up saying, like, Ayuk's going to the Commanders. And I'm like, is he? You know? We'll see. Because usually when we have a circumstance like this, it just ends up being, like, a team that nobody is talking about. So, we'll see. We'll see. Okay, I think I'm going to go ultra aggressive at wide receiver in this draft. I think that's my plan. Alpha says Niners trying to win a Super Bowl. I doubt they get rid of Ayuk, but they did draft Pearsall in the first round. Definitely. And I mean, okay, so there's two ways to look at this, right? Because they also drafted I can never remember this guy's name. Jacob Cowing out of Arizona in round 4. But there's two ways to look at that, right? It's like we know Debo's contract is getting towards its end, and then we know Ayuk is up for a new contract. So, like, you have two guys who, like, even if Ayuk gets re-signed, it's like, well, Debo only has so much time on. Like, so Debo, his contract, when he signed, it was a 3-year contract. So yeah, his contract's up the end of next year, 2025. So, like, they need to replace one of these guys in the next coming years, regardless, right? So yeah, there's you could kind of like they're just building depth, or they're trying to go out and replace one of these guys. But I think you're right. I think in theory they want Debo, Ayuk, Kittle, C-Mac, and Ricky Pearsall all out there because they are trying to win a Super Bowl for sure. Barely lost the Super Bowl last year, right? Overtime game. All right, I'm going to go Pickens or Kirk with this next pick. We're going in at wide receiver in this draft. Give me Christian Kirk. But yeah, I also just kind of agree. I don't think that the Niners want Ayuk gone. Like, yeah, I get it. Brandon Ayuk said they don't want me. But that could also be a figure of speech with Brandon Ayuk just feeling like he's not getting the exact amount of money that he wants or that he thinks he deserves. And in his eyes, doesn't feel like the Niners want him. So, man, that Mahomes Hollywood stack right there, end of the 4th, beginning of the 5th, is just going to be something right now based on ADP that we are seeing a lot of. All right, so if I go wide receiver here, I like Chris Godwin the best. But I'm going to go tight end. I'm going to go Dalton Kincaid here. Yeah, I like Kincaid as smidge over Mandrews. But I think both are perfectly fine. You can argue for either of them as a selection right there. Wide receivers would be Keenan Allen, Jaden Reed, Chris Godwin, Xavier Worthy. Tight ends would have been Andrews, Kincaid, Pitts, Kittle. Running backs, Jacobs, Cook, White, Mixon, Walker. Quarterbacks, Richardson, Stroud, Kyler, Burrow. All right, Shane ended up with Flowers and Laporta. Nice start. Puka, Gibbs, Laporta, Flowers. I would I'd be eyeing Goff heavily in that draft. Okay. Picks 69 and 76. So last draft, we didn't go running back till the 8th round. So I guess that's what I'm doing again. But the difference here is we went quarterback early last draft. I don't really think I'm going. This has been a heavy quarterback draft so far. I'd be okay getting like quarterback I picked 93 or 100, I think. Or I might just kind of go like 0 QB as well. I gotta be careful because Katz and Jason are lurking out here. Oh, Jason also got Laporta and Gibbs. Drafted from that same spot as Shane. Yeah, I would definitely be eyeing Goff if you guys start with both those guys. Because you know Gibbs is going to catch plenty of passes. Potential touchdown passes, too. All right, so this has been an interesting round here in round 5. Hollywood Brown, Calvin Ridley, Pacheco, Kincaid, Jacobs, Reed, Andrews, AR, Stroud, Keenan Allen, Mixon, now Jaden Daniels, and now Chris Godwin's gone. I mean, really, at this point, if we draft a running back at any point now, we're still 0 running back. Like, we didn't draft a running back for the first 5 rounds. Like, but I kind of like these extreme RB, 0 RB teams. I'm going to say if Cook or Rachaad White falls to 69, like, yeah, I'm not passing on those guys. But yeah, the thing is, there's not really any quarterback here that makes me want to like absolutely draft a quarterback. I'm thinking of going 0 QB here too. Honestly, I'm thinking of going wide receiver, tight end. And then just like only drafting running backs and quarterbacks for the rest of the draft. It's just like Kyle Pitts is the same biopic as Dalton Kincaid. And so does Evan Ingram. All right, there goes Kyle Pitts anyways. All right, I'm going to go Jordan Addison here. Or I might just go double wide receiver. I have a feeling the guy at the 1.1 is going to go Rashee Rice. I feel like you kind of have to. I feel like he presents way more value than Hopkins or Brian Thomas, who are the only higher rated players when you already have Mahomes and Hollywood. I have so many shares of Rashee Rice, though it doesn't bother me. But Rice was the other guy I would go with over Addison. Unless he's just trying to switch up his exposure. He's also going 0 running back. So keep an eye on his team. But yeah, if I don't go with the second tight end here, like, yeah, you got to go Rashee Rice there, bro. Then I'm going Christian Watson. Give me that upside. Deontay Johnson's here. The only, like, because I like Evan Ingram here, and I like Ferguson. It's just slightly against ADP. But Ingram's bye week is the same as Kincaid's. So I think I'm going Christian Watson. Deontay Johnson's here too. You guys know I like Deontay Johnson a lot, but and Ingram's gone anyways. So yeah, I like Deontay Johnson a lot, but give me some upside. Give me Christian. Ooh, this team is dangerous. Tyreek Hill, Brandon Ayuk, DJ Moore, Christian Kirk, Dalton Kincaid, Jordan Addison, Christian Watson. 0 running backs on this team. And now we have picks 93 through 124. We are only drafting running backs for a few rounds. And that's kind of like the fun. It might not feel fun, but the fun of this build is like it doesn't really like matter what running backs you end up with. Like you're not going to feel great anyways. So whoever you do end up with, those are just your boys. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we'll see what happens. But that's the interesting thing is I'm going like 0 quarterback as well. So I got to keep an eye on quarterback. And there's not really like I might go QB with one of these next 2 picks. But yeah, I think I pick 117 is where I might eye a quarterback. I think I picks 117, 124. I don't know. I was thinking about going Jordan Love. But I think going running back is smarter. But once again, I'm happy with the start to this team. All right, Cats, what are you doing? A.J. Brown, Jalen Waddle, Cooper, Kupp, Hurts, Andrews, Roma Dunze, Deontay Johnson. Bro, you're also going 0 running back. Jason's got Gibbs, London, Laporta, Dell, Jaden Daniels, Chris Godwin, J-Mo, and Ramondre. Close to you're going like hero running back over there. Man, the Panthers won by 1 goal. So they both scored in the first period. Panthers score 1 in the second, then just nothing after that. Heck of a Stanley Cup this year, though. A lot of people had the Oilers winning tonight because of all the momentum from the past couple games, but I had a small feeling the Panthers were going to pull it off. At least it was more interesting than last year when Vegas just like decimated everybody. That last game of the last game of the Stanley Cup last year was like 9-1 or something. Something ridiculous. Bro, I'm about to draft Cortland Sutton here. No, I'm not passing DeAndre Swift. Just kidding. Both 0 running back teams starting with DeAndre Swift against ADP. I picked 93 both times. I will pick Cortland Sutton. I pick 100 if he falls. But he won't fall. I kind of like this aggressive wide receiver, early tight end approach. No QB. It's, of course, going to depend on what quarterbacks we actually end up with. We'll see. Cats, Jason, how are you guys feeling about your teams? Okay, I prefer Raheem Mostert here. I still like to get a piece of that Miami offense. I get it, A-Chain, whatever, but... Okay, there goes Mostert. Every time, you guys watch these underdog drafts, every time I say a player's name, they get drafted. So I guess Tony Pollard is my boy here. If not, let's go Trey Benson. Unless, I mean, Cortland Sutton's here. I mean, man, I might just take Cortland Sutton. I might just do it. My gosh. Why do people hate Cortland Sutton? I guess because Bo Nix and Zach Wilson and Jared Stidham are the quarterbacks. Okay, there goes Sutton. All right, just give me Pollard. I really would have picked Cortland Sutton right there. I don't know. I kind of like the start. I know we have no quarterbacks, but there's a plan. But we got Swift and Pollard, Tyreek Hill, Brandon Ayuk, DJ Moore, Christian Kirk, Jordan Addison, Christian Watson, Dalton Kincaid. Rashee Rice or Jordan Addison? Who would you guys rather have? I have a lot of shares of Rashee Rice, like a lot. And I love him as like a wide receiver 4 or 5. And I don't know, I just felt like switching it up. I still think Addison's going to have a good year. Dang, Brock Purdy goes a little early. Of course, excuse me, we have like an aggressive quarterback draft when I need it to not be an aggressive quarterback draft, but we'll see. All right, so picks 117, 124. See, it's going to come down to like, do I try and get Trevor Lawrence with Christian Kirk or Tua? Cats might be going for Tua. He has Waddle. I'm kind of thinking of pushing it at quarterback tonight, but I don't know. This has been a kind of a heavy quarterback draft so far. But it might. Honestly, looking at ADP, running backs doing okay. Like it hasn't been. It's been a pretty even par draft at running back. Nothing crazy out of the picture here. Guys going too early. So I don't know. We'll just see who goes as we enter round 10. There goes Trey Benson. Devin Singletary. I guess I prefer Blake Corum at this point. I don't know. I kind of like this team. Too early to say, though. Too early to say. I didn't think I'd end up feeling as comfortable with the 0 running back builds as I have tonight. But I guess last year, most of my teams were built with a hero running back approach and a late round tight end. So this is kind of the same concept, except we're going early tight end over that first running back, unless you're in one of those spots where you got to go to RB like super early. So I don't know. Cats goes Gus the Bus. Jason goes Trey Benson. Yeah, I'd like to get Blake Corum here. I don't know. This team kind of needs like could go any go Shakir. Okay. All right, we'll go Blake Corum. I'll take that. Now the question is, do I go Tua, get the stack with Tyreek Hill? It's really like the only, like unless we went Trevor Lawrence with that last pick because we had Christian Kirk, there's really nobody else left to potentially stack on this squad. Because we have picks 141 and 148. Man, it is really bad at running back at that point. And running backs are getting 8 up. Honestly, like I like Chase Brown here. And that's really it, man. It was Charbonnet. I think that's a good pick. I think the Tua stack might be more valuable, though. I'm going to go Chase Brown. That's what I did. Kat says, loving this team so far. Hurts, Andrews, Brown, Waddle, Cup, Adunze, Deontay Johnson, Zach Moss, Javonte Williams, Gus Edwards. Similar build. Jason's got Gibbs, London, Laporta, Dell, Daniels, Godwin, Jamo, Ramondre, Dobbs, Trey Benson. Shane says, I don't like my team. I'll send a screenshot in Discord after a couple more rounds. Sounds good, bro. I think Brandon Cooks is a really good value in the 11th round, which I've talked about plenty. All right, so I still got to get a tight end too. I got 6 wide receivers, so really I can still relax at wide receiver. I still have to draft a quarterback. All right, let me get my queue put together here. There goes Goff. That's a good pick for you, Jason. There goes Dotson. That's also a good pick. I was wondering if you're going to go after Dotson because you got Jaden Daniels. So good picks for you. I will say Nick Chubb becomes a lot more attractive in these 0 running back builds. Especially if you get Jerome Ford as well, like what happened last draft. Yeah, my tight end 2 spot is kind of interesting here. I don't know that I'm going to be thrilled with my tight end 2 on this team, the way things are looking. All right, all wide receivers so far in the 12th. Dotson, Gabe Davis, Josh Downs, Xavier Leggett, Quinn Johnston. Katz goes with the Doodle. Katz, I thought you were going to go Tua. I thought for sure you were going to go Tua as your QB2 behind Hurts. But I think going Doodle is fine there as your RB4 for sure. All right. I want Tua. Nice. Let's go. I mean, I almost went Tua over Chase Brown, so I think that worked out really well, actually. Cats, Philly, Dallas correlation. Nice. Nice. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's a bad pick at all. I think it makes plenty. I mean, we already have Hurts, but I just thought having Waddle, you might take that second stack. But no, I think it's a good pick for you either way. But yeah, I have to go Tua there. I like Nick Chubb. He's a top-rated player right now. I don't think he'll fall to 148, especially looks like we're about to get an auto pick anyway, so that's probably going to be Nick Chubb. It's Darnell Mooney. Maybe he has a Q, but I also like Hawkinson and Kmet here. I feel a little bit better that I got 2 on this team. So Hawkinson and Kmet both gone. 1.1's having a pretty good draft. He, like I said, he also went 0 running back. He was joining the trend here. But he went double, 2 quarterbacks through the first 8 rounds. So yeah, I prefer Nick Chubb, who's gone. Never mind. I might just go Kirk Cousins or Matthew Stafford, but it'd have to be Cousins here. Yeah. Because Stafford is the same bye week as Tua. If not, it's just another running back because tight ends got wiped out there. Musgrave, Hawkinson, and Kmet all gone. All right, Shane. I can't pull up your team on the screen the way I have things set up. Herbert. Oh, just one quarterback. Gibbs, White, Mixon, Benson, Charbs, Puka, Zay Flowers, Sutton, Lockett. Njoku and Laporta. Oh, that's not your full team. That's right. This team looks okay to me. You just need wide receiver depth. Goff went the pick I took before Herbert. Oh, okay. Well, your team still looks fine. I wouldn't panic or anything. But yeah, that sucks not getting Goff with that build. All right. Okay, I'm good at quarterback, I think. Maybe I'd throw a late round guy in here, but truthfully, running back depth is like I don't really need to draft another wide receiver with this team. We need another tight end, but it's like at this point in the draft, I'm not even like fretting at tight end too. Like it's just Kincaid season over here. There's just nobody that I feel like I want to reach for. So 165 is kind of a weird pick. I don't really know who I want here. I did like Chuba Hubbard, and honestly, Cats, I knew you were going to take him, so I wasn't even considering him. He was on my queue though. I guess I could take Jalen Wright here, so I have Tua and Hill. How do you guys feel about Antonio Gibson? Gosh, his stats were just awful last year. Let's go Jalen Wright. Chuba's such a smash 4-0 running back builds. I can't. I know. Great pick for you. Would have been a great pick for me too, but great pick for you. My running backs are so questionable. But honestly, Blake Corum does things, and Pollard and Swift are manageable. I don't mind this, especially if Chase Brown pops off. I'm telling you guys right now, I'm reaching for Demarcus Robinson here. If someone picks him, I'm going to be so mad. Apologies for the Daniels pick. Power went out right before my pick. Just came back on. Oh, you're good. I did think it was a little early. But, I mean, those things happen. Yeah, Demarcus Robinson's season. So, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wide receivers. Honestly, for this build, that might be it. Because I probably need to draft 2 tight ends and then another running back. But yeah. Here's your second 0 running back team. Tua, Kirk Cousins, Swift, Pollard, Blake Corum, Chase Brown, Jalen Wright. We're probably going to draft another running back, another long shot. Tyreek Hill, Brandon Ayuk, DJ Moore, Christian Kirk, Jordan Addison, Christian Watson, Demarcus Robinson, Dalton Kincaid. So I'm actually feeling okay here. I don't think I'm going to draft another wide receiver on this team. I kind of feel like I do prefer Rashee Rice over Jordan Addison. But it's good to switch up that exposure. I have a lot of shares of Rashee Rice. All right, 15th round wrapping up. This second draft went quick. I guess I could draft another quarterback as well if I wanted to. I mean, Tua and Kirk Cousins, there's some injury history. Problem is with drafting another running back is like, I mean, I just don't know if there's anyone else that I want to draft. Honestly, like if Baker Mayfield's here, I'm just going to take Baker Mayfield. The running backs are just so bad. Like I think I can get Donta Foreman at 196. And then like it's just Dalton Kincaid season. Like screw it. Just give me Baker. I don't know. It's either Foreman than a tight end. I do kind of wish these were 20 rounds. But I think 18 makes sense. I don't know, guys. I might do a weekly winners after this. Just for fun. If I do weekly winners, I will not go zero running back, though. Let me know if you guys are interested in doing a weekly winners. I'm literally about to draft J.K. Dobbins. Wow, tight ends are gross. Tight ends are ugly. I don't know why I picked J.K. Dobbins. I've been drafting Foreman a lot lately. I just want to switch it up. Like, I kind of need an upside pick at this point. And Dobbins, like, maybe he's healthy, like, end of the year, and, like, Gus the Bus is banged up, and Vidal is the RB1, and Dobbins makes some big plays. Like, I don't know. Jason, trying to max puppy before it closes. I'll do another puppy. I just kind of want to draft a weekly winners team to end the stream. All right, I got to go tight end with this last pick. I probably should have gone like Jatavion Sanders and then gone Dawson Knox with the last pick since I have Kincaid. But oh well. So I'm just going to draft the best available tight end here, which I don't really know. Jelani Woods, Jawan Johnson, Mike Gesicki, Dawson Knox. Like it's not looking great. But it's J.K. Dobbins season. I don't care what anyone says. All right, so here's the team. Tua, Captain Kirk, Baker, DeAndre Swift, Tony Pollard, Blake Corum, Chase Brown, Jalen Wright. Wide receivers are crazy. Tyreek Hill, Brandon Ayuk, DJ Moore, Christian Kirk, Jordan Addison, Christian Watson, Demarcus Robinson. Then Dalton Kincaid season. He is hanging out alone at the moment. We're getting him a tight end 2 in a second. But the tight ends that I like the best here have the same bye week as him. Is the only issue. And there's just nobody who I'm like, oh yeah, I should draft him instead. And I do not like Jelani Woods. I know some of you guys do. I am not a fan. I might just go Dawson Knox. No, I think I'll go Mike Gesicki. Like either way, I'm getting a week 12 tight end. Just give me Mike Gesicki. Jason, fun draft and stream. Catch you next time. Thanks, bro. Thank you for joining us. Glad you got to draft with us. We are doing these multiple times throughout the week, so be sure to tune in. And if you're not part of the Discord, the link's down below. It is free to join, and that'll just get you an update on when we are going live and when we are hopping into Underdog drafts and or sleeper PPR mock drafts. Cats, I like the Bryce Young, Jatavion Sanders stack at the end. That's like just such a cheap stack. Excuse me. All right, weekly winners. Same bye week at tight end, but whatever. Same with me, bro. Weekly winners. Weekly winners. If you guys want to draft with me, hop into the weekly winners 30-second per pick lobby. It might take a second to fill, especially with the puppy 2 getting close. But you want a weekly winners exposure. It's the best tournament. I don't care what anyone says. It's the best tournament. It's my favorite tournament. All right, so Gesicki. Yeah, I'm like, I might as well just draft the best available tight end. Like Gesicki or Knox. Like I just got a different exposure there. In terms of teams. All right, 3 spots. Weekly winners. So yeah, if you guys aren't familiar with this tournament, it just pays out every single week. You have a first through 4,000th place win anywhere from $7 up to $20,000. So I just like this tournament a lot. I think it's fun. And even if you are awful 14 weeks out of the season, it might be really good 1 week out of the season. That's the fun part. Cats, I got to research weekly winners before I hop in them. Yeah, so there's a couple ways to I think to look at them. Like, pull up the schedule, pick a week that you like a lot of the matchups. Could be a random week. Like, I'm just going to close my eyes and scroll. Okay, week 4. Cowboys, Giants, Bengals, Panthers, Saints, Falcons, Jags, Texans, Broncos, Jets, Vikings, Packers, Steelers, Colts, Rams, Bears, Eagles, Bucks, Pats, Niners, Commanders, Cardinals. I'm literally going to use this week. Chiefs, Chargers, Browns, Raiders, Bills, Ravens, Titans, Dolphins, Seahawks, Lions. I actually like this week because like you got the Lions against a bad defense, the Dolphins against a bad defense, Ravens, Bills. That is trying to see that's Sunday Night Football. Browns, Raiders, got the Browns against a bad defense. Chiefs, Chargers, always a good one. The Chargers defense probably going to be bad. Commanders, Cardinals, should see points there. Bad defenses. Eagles, Bucks, bad secondaries last year. Patriots, Niners. Niners had a bad defense. Rams, Bears, interesting. Steelers, Colts. Yeah. Vikings, Packers, always interesting. Broncos, Jets feels like Jags, Texans could be interesting for sure. Saints, Falcons is always like low scoring, I feel like. Bengals, Panthers. Bengals had a bad defense. Cowboys, Giants, Thursday Night Football. So you could look at 1 week. That's at least my opinion, right? Because weekly winners only started last year. But you look at 1 week and try and exploit multiple matchups that you think could be like high scoring. Probably be the smartest thing to do. Or sometimes I think, well, it's a little bit more risky if you just pick like one team. Like, let's just say you pick the Dolphins. You go all in on stacking the Dolphins. Look back to the Dolphins the week they played the Broncos last year. All the teams in the top of this tournament for the week last year obviously had multiple Dolphins on their team. So, a couple ways to think about it, at least based on what I saw last year. So, also, I don't think it hurts to just draft good teams too and go from there. But yeah, I'm going to look at week 4. That's my week in honor of Cats. Shane, that sounds awesome. Yeah, I really like this tournament. Like I said, it's honestly like my favorite tournament because you have a chance every single week to do something. All right, one more spot. One more spot. Boom. Shane is in the house. Let's go. All right, I'm no longer drafting 0 running back. Oh, Shane right next to me, too. All right, so 1.11. Who's in that range? Garrett Wilson, Puka, Gibbs, MH Jr. Here's the other thing you got to pay attention to is sometimes you have teams with a bye week. So that was interesting when I was doing this tournament last year and I was drafting for it is sometimes I would pick a week where there were a lot of teams on bye and then I would go against ADP if that makes sense. Like if you look at like what week 12 you have the Bengals, the Falcons, the Jets all on in the Saints and the Bills all on bye. So like that would be a good week, and the Jaguars. So that would be a really good week to try and exploit, in my opinion, because you just don't draft players from those specific teams. And then they're going to go at their ADP, but that allows you to kind of pick against ADP and only pick from a specific pool of players. Does that make sense what I'm saying? Because the players who are on bye week for that week just don't have any value to you. So I want to come back to that. I'm going to stick with week 4 for this draft. By the way, if anyone tuning in, the 0 running back drafts are over. We are in a weekly winners draft to end the stream. And Justin Jefferson is available at the 1.8. So. But yeah, that's another thing. And yeah, I think I'm going to look at week 12 after these first 2 picks and see what kind of opportunities there. But I think that is a huge opportunity. There might even be another team on bye that week that I didn't catch. But those are some pretty fantasy. Chicago. No, never mind. Chicago's week 7. I'm dumb. That's probably it. I mean, that's 5 teams that are pretty solid. Saints aren't huge, but Chris Olave's big enough. Dang, I actually wanted Jahmyr Gibbs. But I'll go Puka Nacua. I'm okay with that. Puka plays the Bears, so I'll take it. Then I'm probably going to go Saquon. He has the Bucks. The Falcons. Are they on bye? The Falcons play the Saints. I'll go Saquon. Both are fine, I think. And like the Bucks' run defense has been pretty good, but with Saquon, it doesn't really bother me. I would have been happy with either of these starts. Shane gets Gibbs in London. I get Puka and Barkley. I think both are solid. All right, so looking ahead to picks 35 and 38. I will say also, if you guys are new to the weekly winners tournament, you will see quarterbacks go a little bit earlier as well, typically, generally speaking. So 35. Honestly, I'd like to get Devonta Smith. I don't know, like Pitt. I guess I prefer Pittman. The Colts play the Steelers. I don't hate that either. I don't know. I'm going to see what happens. We'll see if quarterbacks start to go here too. Because literally sometimes you'll see quarterbacks go in the second round. But yeah, okay, so week 12. Let me pull that up separate here. Oh, I typed in NHL by accident. My screen started going crazy with the Stanley Cup stuff. Florida wins. Okay, so week 12. All right, then just to verify here. Okay, so there was another team. It's Falcons, Bills, Bengals, Jags, Saints, Jets. Okay, I did name all those. That's 6. So you got 6 teams on bye. So that leaves the Steelers at the Browns, Thursday Night Football, Titans, Texans, Vikings, Bears, Cowboys, Commanders, Patriots, Dolphins, Chiefs, Panthers, Bucks, Giants, Lions, Colts, Broncos, Raiders, Cardinals, Seahawks, Niners, Packers, Eagles, Rams is Sunday night, Ravens, Chargers, Monday night. Yeah, I don't really feel like over the top about any of those matchups, but I think with having all those teams on bye, week 12 is like not a bad week to consider. My hat's kind of annoying me, so I'm going to take it off. My hair probably looks crazy, but Looks fine. So yeah, I mean, you're passing on Bijan, London, Pitts, Cousins, passing on Allen and Kincaid, then all those Bills wide receivers, and James Cook, passing on Chase, Burrow, Higgins, Chase Brown, Zach Moss, passing on Christian Kirk, hard for me to do, Evan Ingram, ETN, Trevor Lawrence, Brian Thomas Jr., Gabe Davis, I guess. Passing on Chris Olave, Rashid Shaheed, and Kamara. And I guess Carr, Jawan Johnson. I don't know. Passing on Garrett Wilson. And Breece Hall is a big one, of course. Aaron Rodgers late. Tyler Conklin, I guess. But I mean, that's a good amount of players that you just don't worry about during your draft. Like, no matter what. Ooh, this might be a tough pick right here. I was about to say. Okay, so I didn't realize he had AJ Brown at first, but I was about to say if Jalen Hurts falls to 35, and I can go Hurts and then Devonta Smith at 38, like yeah, I will do that. I will do that. I'm gonna go Smith. Texans played the Jaguars. I could have gone Diggs. I'm gonna go Pacheco here though. Chiefs will be playing. Oh no. Oh yeah, the Chiefs play the Chargers. That's what I thought. I was like, are the Chiefs on bye? I was like, no, they're not. They're week 6. Okay. But yeah, next weekly winners I'm going in on week 12. That'll be an interesting experiment. All right, so 2 wide receivers, 2 running backs. All right, so I think the other important thing to do as your draft goes along here, if possible, is to start to correlate to some of the same teams and same matchups. So, like, I want to be looking at the Rams as well as the Bears. I want to be looking at the Eagles as well as the Bucks, and then the Chiefs as well as the Chargers. Because now you want to kind of like, okay, we're betting that some of these games are going to be good games. Maybe not betting, but hoping that some of these games are going to be good games. And then, you don't want to just hope that it's one side. You don't want to just hope that one team scores a lot of points. You want to hope in theory that both teams score a lot of points as well. So let's see what happens. Okay, so picks 59, 62. I need to just have this pulled up. NFL week. I don't know if anyone's. Okay, so all the bye weeks start in week 5 in case you guys are interested. So if you pick weeks 1 through 4, you don't have to worry about the bye weeks. I guess that I should have known that, but just wanted to check. Who do the Falcons play again? Saints. I don't really like that matchup. All right, 4th round wrapping up. I'm kind of at like I'm not going to get any Bears players with this next pick. I'm not going to get any Bucks players unless I reach for Chris Godwin. All right, let's see what happens. Let's see. Shane's got Mahomes, DJ Moore, Drake London, Gibbs. It hasn't been too crazy aggressive at quarterback, but, Allen in the second, Hurts, Jackson in the third, Mahomes and Richardson in the fourth. So it's a little bit earlier at quarterback. And then, overall, ADP is just a little bit different in this tournament because people are, for lack of a better term, is trying out different strategies. Ooh, I don't know who I want to go with this next pick. Higgins, Cook, Pitts, Reed, Keenan Allen. Oh, I guess I want to go Keenan Allen based on my strat. But James Cook plays the Ravens. Kyle Pitts will play the Saints. Those are the other guys I kind of like there. I'm just going to go James Cook because I just really like James Cook. It's not the best matchup, but once again, I do like the matchup in general. It's Sunday Night Football. It's two good teams, Bills, Ravens. So I'll take that. Let's see. Who do the Packers play in week 4? The Vikings. Just give me Christian Watson. I was close to going Kyler Murray. He's at home. He gets the Commanders. That feels kind of nice, but not really anyone left for me to stack with him unless I'm going with one of those like Zay Jones, Greg Dortch, Trey Benson, James Conner, I guess. But I don't know. I'm happy with those two picks. Watson gets the Vikings. Their secondary was bad last year. Cook, at least in a competitive matchup. So 3 running backs, 3 wide receivers to start. Shane, I think 2 good picks for you there. Keenan Allen and Xavier Worthy. Worthy get to sprinkle in with Mahomes there. I probably would have picked Keenan Allen there just because, once again, we're betting on that matchup between the Bears and the Rams being good that week. For anyone tuning in, I'm no longer drafting 0 running back teams. It's been a pretty long stream. We're almost over 2 hours, so we did 2 0 running back teams. Now we're in a weekly winners tournament. So yeah, I'm looking purely at week 4 and building this entire team just around week 4. Sit back and see what happens. Like I said, ADP always a little different in these drafts for weekly winners, so hard to say exactly what's going to happen. But I think I know where I want to go with these next 2 picks, not these last 2 picks. Nice. The guy who got Trey McBride also got Kyler Murray. Like I said, I almost went with Kyler. If McBride had somehow fallen to 59, then I would have absolutely done that. It's a good pick for him. He's kind of going hero running back. we're just little balanced over here. I don't know. I am a little torn coming up at pick 83 and 86. Couple different directions I could see myself going. I mean, honestly, there are quarterbacks, running backs, wide receivers, and tight ends that I like here. All right, into the 7th round, Dak Prescott is gone. Jordan Addison gone. Lad McConkey's out. See, like it's just always a little bit more aggressive at quarterback than most of the other tournaments. Dang, I was kind of hoping Rashee Rice would fall. There goes Kittle. To Rich and Bree, what's going on? Good to see you. I will show my team after these next 2 picks. Man, I wanted Jordan Love here. Dang. Yeah, just about everyone I was eyeing these upcoming picks is gone. By the way, this is a weekly winners tournament for you guys tuning in, so things are a little bit different. Okay, give me Swift. And I'm looking at week 4. I'm going to go Deontay Johnson. He gets the Bengals. I'm okay with that. See, I'm just looking at week 4 right now. And I'm betting that for the weekly winners tournament, week 4 is, these matchups are going to be good enough. So, Saquon Barkley, Isaiah Pacheco, James Cook, DeAndre Swift, Puka Nacua, Devonta Smith, Christian Watson, Deontay Johnson. All running backs and wide receivers so far. If you guys rewind the stream a bit, we've drafted 2 regular teams for weekly winners. Team's going to look a little bit different. And we drafted 2 0 running back teams to start tonight's stream. So right now for week 4, Puka Nacua would be going against the Bears. Saquon Barkley would be going against the Bucks. Devonta Smith would also be going against the Bucks. Isaiah Pacheco would be going against the Chargers. James Cook would be going against the Ravens. Don't love that matchup, but like the potential for points and competitiveness within that matchup. Christian Watson gets the Vikings. I was thinking I could stack Watson with with Jordan Love. Did not happen. DeAndre Swift gets the Rams. Last year, the Rams' run defense was pretty good, but I also just like the value of Swift there. And Rams out on the road against the Bears feels like a good matchup. Bengals at the Panthers. So this could be one of those games where Deontay Johnson's very needed because the Bengals are beating up on the Panthers. So I'll take that. But yeah, there's the team so far. Shane says, me too. Yeah, I was eyeing literally Ingram, Godwin, Love, Kittle, Mostert, Rashee Rice, and Swift. So at least I got one of them. And I'll take Deontay Johnson. That's fine. Okay, so Jordan Love out of the picture. So I don't know. This kind of becomes like a zero quarterback build for me. I think I'm going to go zero tight end too. I think I'm just going to draft more wide receivers. This is a tough spot. Because I'm looking at ADP and I don't really think I'm going to be in love with anyone here. $107 and $110. Yeah, I just don't. I feel like I'm going to end up just reaching here. I mean, I might take a quarterback, I guess. I don't know. Goes JSN. Like Cortland Sutton gets the Jets in week 4. He's my favorite wide receiver available, but I don't really like him against Sauce. Running backs feel kind of weak right here, but they're going to be a lot uglier at pick 131. They might be really ugly, as a matter of fact. I guess I'll go Cortland Sutton. And then I think I'm going to go Dallas Goedert or Dalton Schultz. I guess I could have gone double tight end there. We have a lot of Eagles players, so I guess we keep going in on them. The Texans play the Jaguars. All right, I'll go Goddard. Yeah, maybe retrospectively could have just got tight end out of the way and gone Schultz and Goddard right there. Oh well, I'll take it. At least we have a good wide receiver room. I mean, we're pretty okay at running back, I think. I mean, I'm really high on Pacheco and Cook, and I really like Swift, and I love Barkley. So, Puka Nacua, Devonta Smith, Christian Watson, Deontay Johnson, Cortland Sutton, Dallas Goedert. Better hope that Eagles-Bucks matchup is a good one. And that's the thing, too, also to consider, like, when you're drafting these weekly winners teams is, like, invest in offenses that you like, especially if you're going with this strategy that I'm going at where I'm just looking at one specific week. It's like if you just invest in offenses that you think are going to be good this year, even if you get this week wrong, these matchups wrong, then, well, there's plenty of other weeks that you could get right. So keep that in mind too. I mean, honestly, I guarantee you if we found a different week for the Eagles, Chiefs, Bills, Bears, Rams, Packers, Panthers, Broncos, those are the only teams I have exposure to with this build, we'd find another week that we like. Shane, I'll take a look at your team here. It doesn't really matter because there's so many different ways you can look at this tournament, right? But Gibbs, London, DJ Moore, Mahomes, Keenan Allen, Xavier Worthy, Evan Engram, Zach Moss, Caleb Williams, Eckler. You got 2 stacks in here: Allen, Caleb Williams, and DJ Moore. Nice, actually. Very nice. Then you've got Xavier Worthy with Mahomes. Yeah. I like the start to this team. Is there anything specific you're trying to implement, or are you just drafting? Because is this your first weekly winners? I wonder what my last weekly winners look like. My last team was Goff and Mayfield, White, Brian Robinson, Jerome Ford, Marshawn Lloyd, Ty Chandler, Chuba Hubbard. I don't know what this team was. Amon Ra, DJ Moore, Devonta Smith, Christian Watson. Oh, I remember this team. Chris Godwin, Jameson Williams, Odell Beckham, Sam Laporta, Jatavion Sanders, Gerald Everett. So I have Goff with Amon Ra, Laporta, and J-Mo. Baker with Rashad White and Chris Godwin, and then everyone else just kind of fills in. Kind of a zero hero RB team, I guess. Shane, first time just drafting. Nice. I like it. I do think if you're going to enter this tournament, it is good to have a couple entries where you're just drafting like a solid team, too. I think that makes plenty of sense. All right, into the 11th round we go. 7 more rounds. All right, I think I know what I'm doing with these next 2 picks. Nothing crazy here. Nothing overly exciting either. Goes Blake Corum. I'm glad I like the first couple of running backs I got because, truthfully, they might just be the only running backs that I draft. That's another thing you can look at with this tournament, right, is like you can go kind of light at a specific position, whether it's running back, quarterback, or tight end. Because, like, if you're just looking at one specific week, like, well, Saquon Barkley, Isaiah Pacheco, James Cook, and DeAndre Swift should be able to get me through. If you want to look at quarterback, like you can just draft a single quarterback: a Hurts, Allen, Mahomes, Stroud, Richardson, whatever, whoever early. Hold on, let me make this pick. This is. I'm gonna go Hawkinson. But yeah, you can also just draft a single quarterback early and then just take like 1 or 2 quarterbacks late because it just doesn't matter if you're just looking at one specific week. You know what I'm saying? All right, I'm drafting Matthew Stafford because we have Puka Nacua. That was tough because Jatavion Wicks was there, who I like at this point in the draft a lot. Kirk Cousins was still there. Jahan Dotson was there, who I liked. And Cole Kmet was still there. And Kmet actually made more sense for this build because we're looking at that week 4 Chicago LA Rams matchup. But at this point, we only have exposure to one Bears player. Hawkinson is just like the upside is so nice. He might not even be ready for week 4, but if he is, he gets the Packers. And it just feels like a good, I don't know. Smokey's in the house. What's up, man? Need to get back to Underdog. We would love to have you in some Underdog drafts. By the way, guys, I do have an active slow draft that I'm trying to get filled on Discord. If you guys do want to hold on, let me find it. If you guys do want to join, I'm trying to get that filled. I think it's just me and Kat still. So I think it's a $5 entry. $10 entry. But yeah, I want to have some just more like it's just community only. It's just like our paid for sleeper drafts, you know, but it's Underdog. It's best ball style. So I want to have some of those filled too. But yeah, if you guys want to get in on Underdog draft, that's a good way to do it. It'll be a slow draft too. All right. Round 12 here. A couple wide receivers gone. Mooney, Wicks, Judy, Pearsall, Quentin Johnston, Josh Downs. Other than that, Charbonnet, Kendra Miller, and Rico Doodle. Stafford, Komet. All right, A.D. Mitchell wraps up round 12. We'll see what happens. For anyone tuning in, we are no longer doing 0 running back drafts. You guys can rewind. We did 2 tonight already. This is a weekly winners tournament on Underdog. So a little bit of a different build. All right. Xavier Leggett's gone. There goes A-Rod. I don't exactly know what I want to do with this next pick. I don't think I really... All my running backs have different bye weeks. I don't think I'm drafting another running back. I might draft someone late. But at this point, I think I'm kind of chilling. I think that Barkley, Pacheco, James Cook, DeAndre Swift makes me feel okay. I get it. Injury risk is always there, especially Swift, Barkley. But you can say that about any running back. But I'm like, I think for a weekly winners tournament, we should be okay with just these guys. And we can take a dart throw at it. Late round guy or a handcuff or rookie or whatever. But a couple of players I'm really interested in. I mean, honestly, there are players at every position I like right now. And ADP is it's just different in this tournament. There goes Kirk Cousins. This guy takes his 3rd quarterback. Cousins was a player that I was eyeing heavily here at 155. I would have really liked him behind Matthew Stafford. But I'm not too worried about it. I don't know what I want to do with this next pick. I like Vidal right there. I'm going to take Luke Musgrave. Get some more Packers exposure. 3 tight ends, but I feel really good about the 3 tight ends we have. Now, this next pick is hard for me. We don't pick again until pick 179. Screw it. I'm going completely against ADP, and I'm making sure Demarcus Robinson's on this team because he may have lasted. His ADP is 180, but I'm seeing him getting drafted just all over the place. The other pick there is another quarterback, whether it's Watson or Baker. And we're going to be weak at QB2. But yeah, especially now with both those guys gone. But yeah, I just want to ensure that if the Rams play well week 4, which is our strat, that I have another piece of that Rams offense. So we're in on Stafford. So now, don't get me wrong, I still got to go hunting that late round quarterback here. We're good at tight end. Really, I mean, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 more picks. I don't really need... The only thing I really need is quarterback on this team. We could sprinkle in another running back. Maybe we take Khalil Herbert or Roshan Johnson late, since we have Swift. Damian Pierce... Chuba Hubbard's still available, but he's not going to last till one of our next picks. And also, I think at this point in the draft, because I'm kind of doing this strategy where I'm looking at week 4, for example, but now at this point in the draft, you're kind of just going best available player. But we got a loaded tight end room. Dallas Goedert, TJ Hawkinson, and Luke Musgrave. Running backs look super solid. Wide receivers look good. Might get another wide receiver. We pick 179. Maybe. Let me just see. There's really no, like, unless I go like Bo Nix, there's no other correlation to this team in terms of quarterback to wide receiver. We got Stafford. Can't draft Hurts, Love. Oh, we could draft Bryce Young. I'm telling you, I keep getting in positions where I'm excited to draft Bryce Young, which is just mind-blowing. But we have Deontay Johnson, so we might as well. And that's the thing. I'm probably going to have to reach for him, but, like, do I really feel that much better about Geno Smith or Daniel Jones? Maybe Geno Smith. New offense this year. I don't know. Then picks 200, 206. Plus, this has been, like, for quarterbacks, this draft hasn't really been, it's been against ADP for sure. Dang, long stream tonight. We're almost 2.5 hours in. Been a fun stream, though. Those first two teams we drafted tonight were a lot of fun. All right, there's a Wendell Robinson. He was my next queued up player. So, I don't know why I keep feeling inclined to draft Rashad Bateman. Okay, he's gone. I just do. Just see like a random report about Rashad Bateman like every couple of days. It is definitely the offseason. I can't believe it's almost July. I feel like June just began. All right, just give me Dameon Pierce. That's my last running back. I think he'll still have some moments this year. And this is against ADP, but I got to draft a quarterback. So give me Bryce Young. We have Deontay Johnson. I'll take it. So really, probably prefer one more wide receiver at least, if not two. We have picks 203 and 206. And yeah, at this point in the draft, I'm not looking at matchups, what weeks, anything. I'm just drafting the best players available and the players that make the most sense to our respective build. So yeah, done with running backs. And I probably need another quarterback. I mean, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wide receivers. There's just only so many wide receivers left that are actually worth like drafting in any capacity. So, gosh, this like tier of quarterback, the graveyard. Daniel Jones, Justin Fields, J.J. McCarthy, Russell Wilson, Derek Carr, Drake May, Bo Nix, Sam Darnold, Gardner Minshew. Who are you guys drafting? Daniel Jones is gone. I mean, it's so like, I mean, it's not that crazy, but I just love that Justin Fields gets drafted ahead of Russell Wilson. I might just take Justin Fields because I was so big on Justin Fields the last 2 years in fantasy. I might just take him in honor. An honorary Justin Fields selection. It never hurts, right? It probably hurts. Are there any Panthers players? Oh no, all my late round wide receivers are going. Chark and Odell Beckham are gone. Those are my boys. I could draft Jonathan Mingo. Gosh. He was so bad last year. I kind of think KJ Osborne's a good pick at the end of the draft. But probably more so if we were still getting like 20 rounds like you got pre-draft. Pre-NFL draft, I should say. Tim Patrick. Yeah, it's just ugly. I may as well just draft Justin Fields and Russell Wilson. There goes Russell Wilson. I still think Derek Carr is an okay pick in this range. I want to take Tyler Boyd. Because he's my favorite available wide receiver. And then, yeah, it's like you got Fields, you got Carr. I'll take Fields for the upside, I guess. All right, there's my weekly winners team. Matthew Stafford, Bryce Young, Justin Fields, Saquon Barkley, Isaiah Pacheco, James Cook, DeAndre Swift, Damian Pierce, Puka Nacua, Devonta Smith, Christian Watson, Deontay Johnson, Cortland Sutton, Demarcus Robinson, Tyler Boyd, Dallas Goedert, TJ Hawkinson, Luke Musgrave. Fun little team. We'll see what happens. All right, if you guys rewind the stream, we drafted 2 other teams, 2 0 running back teams in the puppy tournament. Other than that, we are done for the night. Thank you for everyone who drafted with me. Thank you for everyone who hung out and everyone who listened. Whatever it may be, make sure you guys hit the like button on the way out. All of our links are down below. Instagram, free Discord will let you guys know when we are going live, when we are doing Underdog drafts, when we are doing mock drafts, all that good stuff. Give you updates on the channel. We are also on TikTok if you guys search us on there. And we will have content coming out throughout the week, so don't worry. All right, Shane, let's see what we did here. Gibbs, Moss, Eckler, Kendre Miller, Marshawn Lloyd, Tyrone Tracy, Roshan Johnson, Donta Foreman. Hero running back for sure, but you got a lot of late round depth. Mahomes, Caleb Williams, you'll survive. Plus, so with Mahomes, you got Xavier Worthy. With Caleb, you got DJ Moore and Keenan Allen. Evan Ingram, Ben Sinnott. And also wide receiver, Drake London, Khalil Shakur, Jermaine Burton. Yeah, I mean, I'd take this team. It's definitely dang it. I wish it would stay on your team. Gosh, look at that running back room. I mean, that's the thing with weekly winners is like you just don't necessarily. There's no like set way to do it. You know what I mean? So I like the correlation Chiefs and Bears here. Yeah. We got a good tight end one. Like, let's just look at it from a regular perspective. Great quarterback. QB2 with upside. Gibbs, it's definitely hero running back. Then you got to get one of these guys to fill in at RB2, which is definitely possible. You can play 3 wide receivers. Yeah, still playing 3 wide receivers. So London, DJ Moore, Keenan Allen. And Xavier Worthy in the flex is nice. Shakir and Burton have plenty of value. And Evan Ingram's your tight end. I still like Ben Sinnott. So, yeah, I mean, I like this team, man. I haven't looked at like this average week projection. I haven't even seen on here before. I forgot that's what they show you. J-Dubs, I missed the draft marathon. Weekly winners this year is much smaller too, is it? I did a lot of weekly winners entries last year. Remember last year was $15. Oh yeah, it was, and more entries. What's the fill rate at? 23.5. Max entries is 150. Yeah, I feel like because I feel like the payouts were a little bit higher for those first 3 spots too. What's my exposure at? This is just weekly winners. I have Devonta Smith and Christian Watson in both drafts. Wait, I kind of want to see my exposure. You definitely need luck in weekly winners. Wait, it's only showing my weekly winners entries. What the heck? I want to see my exposure. There we go. Wait. Oh, right here. All right, here's my exposure to Marcus Robinson's number 1. Yeah, I'll be doing plenty more J-Dubs. Don't worry. Oh, Eliminator. Oh. We'll see. Gus the Bus, Demario Douglas, Hollywood Brown, Romeo Dobbs, Baker Mayfield, DeAndre Swift, Rashad Bateman makes the cut, Dalton Schultz. Those are my highest drafted players. Then you got Monty, Henry, Amon-Ra, Pacheco. Makes sense. A lot of players at 22.2, like a lot. Do I trust Baker? I mean, I guess. No, Baker's just one of those guys that I think has a really late ADP, so I've drafted him frequently as like a QB2. I don't think I have any entries where Baker's my QB1. I really don't. But I like Baker based on his ADP as like a QB2. Yeah, I think he loses value without Dave Canales, but I've always liked Baker to a degree, so. Man, Bryce Young is climbing up my rankings, bro. Gus the Bus, DeAndre Swift, David Montgomery, Derrick Henry, Isaiah Pacheco. I'm okay with that. And that's the thing, like, the players that you have the highest exposure to are always going to be, like, late-round guys. So you can't even be caught up that Demarcus Robinson, Demario Douglas are my most drafted wide receivers. Hollywood, Romeo Dobbs, Bateman. I mean, all these guys are late-round players except for Hollywood. And then the next tier, I mean, you got Amon-Ra, Nico, Cortland, Jahan Dotson. And then like DJ Chark. Like I just draft DJ Chark at the end of drafts a lot. So tight end will be interesting. Dalton Schultz, Cole Kmet, Jake Ferguson, Evan Ingram. But that's the thing. Like Dalton Schultz is my most drafted tight end. I don't mind that at all. Cole Kmet, Jake Ferguson, Evan Ingram, Jatavon Sanders, Mike Gesicki, TJ Hawkinson. I have the exact same exposure to. And then next is Kincaid, Musgrave, and Chigankwonkwo. I mean, there's nothing crazy here. So that link above, guys, is a slow draft that I'm trying to get filled with community members only. I love that DeMarcus. That does not surprise me at all that DeMarcus Robinson is my most drafted player. Not even in the slightest. I don't understand the Vidal hype. I mean, I think people just think he can overtake that backfield or have a prominent enough role that he's going to be relevant, even with Gus Edwards being the primary guy, which I think makes sense. The second part does. And he's cheap, you know. And like we know they're going to run the football a ridiculous amount, so. All right, guys, that'll do it for the night. Long stream tonight. Fun stream. If you guys missed any of the drafts tonight, link above will get you into a slow underdog draft with just the community. Promo code The Catch, link down below as well, gets you a first-time deposit match, 50% deposit match, up to $250. Use promo code The Catch if you guys are new to Underdog. It's also linked, pinned on the Underdog chat on our Discord. Discord links down below, completely free to join. We'll get you guys our mock draft invites and our Underdog draft invites. We'll see tomorrow night. Maybe we'll run a mock draft. I think I'm going to alternate every other night. Mock draft, Underdog, mock draft, Underdog. And we'll go from there. All right, man. Love you guys. Love this community. Love the Catch fam. I'll talk to you guys soon. If you guys need anything, let me know on Discord. And with that, I will say thank you guys so much for watching and or listening. And remember, you saw it here on The Catch.